Alright guys, and as promised, second unboxing of the day. Hopefully you're watching this back to back. We have Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars Attack of the Clones movie. This will be the MMS 677, and this is a thicker box than all the other figures, but you have, you know, your regular black and gray insert, because this is the 20th anniversary of the Attack of the Clones. So it has, as an insert, you got a picture of the figure itself, which here looks amazing, and nothing much around it. You know, same thing. But the good thing about it is, like we were talking, this is an insert. So what you do is you would slide this off right here, and this is where the packaging takes a turn for the best. 20th anniversary of the Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker, the Padawan with the braids, the one that he fights Dooku, and, you know, with Padman, all that kind of stuff. And you have a picture of the figure itself on again with another post, the little blister here where you can see through what everything he comes with. Of course, you know, you have the magnetic part on the bottom part, so you can see more of everything else that is included. And then of course Anakin Skywalker, in this case they did it in like a copper looking color. It's amazing. It's shiny too. And on the back side, Anakin again. On here, Anakin on another post. It's got the Jedi robes on, and then more of the Geonosis part of it. So we're gonna open this. It opens from the top, and we're gonna slide it, and we're gonna put everything on the table. Okay, and as always, the clamshell with all the accessories at the top. On the back side, we have the base and the Jedi robes, and we have the Attack of the Clones. It's the instruction manual, but it also turns into a poster of Episode 2 in black and white. We're going to look at that in a second. And it does the same thing with Padme. She has the same poster. We're gonna see if it's the same one or not. But yeah. And then we open this figure like this. And then in here, of course, you got the two lightsabers, the green and the blue. And then on the top, you got all the other accessories. We're gonna take a look at Anakin first, like we always do, because we're here for the figure, and it's being well protected. This is they even put everything just to make sure the paint wouldn't wash off. And then this is a very young Hayden Christensen. He looks awesome. I think this figure is amazing. He looks really good. You can see he was young right there, and you got the Padawan braids. But yeah, we're gonna take a closer look at him after we take all the protective stuff off and then put everything he's got on the table. But so far, so good. He's got that stare. He does a lot in the movies, but there are separate rolling eyeballs, so we should be able to fix that dead stare. And let's see what we can do. Okay, guys, so we have everything pretty much laid out here, that everything he comes with. On this case, we have again the rectangular type of base. In this case, they're mimicking the droid foundry or the droid factory of Geonosis with the floor, which is really nice. And I like the color. I like the way the brush they did the weathering on it, the metallic. It looks amazing. Of course, the front, you got the silver plate. This says Anakin Skywalker. It does not say anything out, you know, Episode 2 or Attack of the Clones or anything, just the name. And we have the regular crotch grabber. Excellent. Amazing. And then just like the same base that Padme came with, if you want to watch my review video on her, I have that posted on my YouTube channel. You get two of these that they can be placed here. They can be placed there, anywhere you want them. Just get them out of the way. They don't lock into anything. They just sit there. You guys see them for the Padme. I wish there was a way to lock them, but I guess they did it freely, so you don't have to feel like you have to have them a certain way or not have them at all. So I don't mind. Both are the same, just like the little arms of the machines when they go through the belt, I guess. Something like that. And then, same as Obi-Wan Kenobi, we have the 2 extra wrist pegs, and we have the 2 attachments for the lightsaber. So one is short for when he has his lightsaber in his hand. The other one is longer for the attachment of the lightsaber to the belt hilt or the belt pouch or whatever right here. So you will have that laying in there because the lightsaber itself, it comes. This one came with none. But if you go to this one, it has that short one already attached to it. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's missing or it's supposed to be like that. I am not sure. He does have it on this one right here. This one is already there. So I'm missing one probably for that one particular. We could always use one of these, but I don't know. The little short piece is not there. And I don't see it on the box. So no big deal. It's just a little thing to plug in the hole in there. As you can see it. So, we'll see. And maybe it'll turn up sometime. And of course, we have the same mechanics like most of the figures lately. We have rolling eyeballs, which you will use this tool, or you just go in with the finger and move the eyeballs separate, like we were talking about on the Obi-Wan. In this case, this one is different than the Obi-Wan. I don't know why they went back to basics. This is a whole neck, so you don't see the connector there. But on the Obi-Wan, you take the whole head off, and it has that other type of hammer-looking connection inside the neck. So you take the head off. On this one, be careful with the hair though. But you will take the whole piece off, and then you have the rolling eyeballs there. Which again, this is the magnet, so you can attach it to it. But again, you can go ahead and use your fingers to move the eyes anyway. I think it works better than the attachment, than the little piece they give you, but yeah. And there's 2 different ones. We're gonna do that later, but that's the difference with the Obi-Wan. The Obi-Wan is a whole neck comes out. It really hides the seam. The hair hides the seam. It does not look like it was there, unless you get real close and look into it. But I don't mind that, but I wish it was the whole neck comes loose like the Obi-Wan. But then you have to deal with the neck and head separate, because then you will see the seam. Like in here, you don't. It's one whole piece. On the Obi-Wan, you can see the neck separated there. So either or, it's fine. But it's funny that they went 2 different ways. I don't know why. Going to the lightsabers, you have both the green and the blue, because that's the one he uses to fight Dooku. One was Obi-Wan, the other one was his. They got it from the other Jedi's because he broke his. So Obi-Wan has his, and then they got the other one from the other guy. I don't know. I don't remember which is which. I really don't remember which is, if it's the green one and the red one, or the red one and the green. The blue or the green. I don't remember which is which. I'll have to watch the movie again. You can guys tell me on the description. But I'm going to look into it and see which is which. I think will be the green one, but I'm not sure. And then here's the one he gets. I think he gets this one from Obi-Wan. Or he get that one from Obi-Wan. I don't know. I have to watch the movie again. Sorry about that, guys. But and then you have the other 2. It's exactly the same lightsaber, but with the power cords, so you can light up the lightsabers with the light up features. We saw those. They're coming in all the figures lately now, so you have both of the light up sabers, which is good instead of having only one that lights up. And of course, you got the power box, like it comes with the Vader and the Obi-Wan. You have the on-off button. In this case, you got on-off. On the Obi-Wan, which it has 3 positions. I don't know why, because both do the same. This one is just on-off. So you can't leave one on, the other one off, unless you unplug it. and you got one for the green, one for the blue, or whichever one you want to connect to it. And then Type-C connector that goes to your, charger, your phone charger or whatever, not included, the box or the cable. And then you have the two clips. One is this one. It's gonna go attached to the back of the belt. If you don't want it attached, leave it loose or something, it's gonna be on the back of the belt, being attached there, and then you can put the box there. Actually goes like this, goes in like the other way, and then this part goes in the box. If you want to hide it, or you can have like the Obi-Wan again and the Vader, you can attach this to the base itself, so you don't have to mess with the belt. And looking at the lightsabers, we've seen the blue and green right here. This is a little darker than the Obi-Wan. The Obi-Wan was very, very light, but when turned on, it shines very well. These, like the green and the blue, they've been painted a little darker, kind of like the Mace Windu, the purple one, which it has a lot of paint on it. So we'll see when we plug in the power if the color will show through, the light will show through being so dark. And then the same thing with these two. We always get these. I don't use these at all. Maybe some of you like to use it to give it like more dynamic pose. I don't use them at all, but you can see that it's a little darker on one side and a little lighter, showing that it's going this way. And the lights usually don't show too much. It shows at the top and then shows at the bottom when it's lit up. So, it is what it is. And then you get your robotic hand that you can change. These are a pain in the butt to remove on the previous figures, because the previous figures, instead of having the cables, they had the batteries in here, and you have to deattach it, and then you have no articulation because of all the cables. In this case, there's no cables, nothing. And the only articulation that you get is you can turn it, and of course the elbow, but the fingers are not articulated. I wish the fingers were articulated, but they're not. And you can see it looks very much like a C-3PO kind of arm or hand. And then you got this piece here that I never noticed that is there. It doesn't move. I mean, it's attached there, so there's no movement there that I know of. I'm not going to push it, but I never realized that on Anakin's hand. I guess he closes it in. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's attached there, and you can't move it. So if you have any comments, let me know below, because I have no idea that was there in the movies. Also, the good thing about it, we talked about the Obi-Wan not having matching hands. This case, we do have matching hands. So we have the two relaxed palms, hands, attached already to Anakin. One right and one left hand. They're already there. And then you have a pair of closed fists. You can see the veins and stuff. You see the paint work on it. It's really good. And they've been fixing these holes too. It used to be very, very hard just to get the wrist pegs to fit in there. But look at those thumbs, the wrinkles, the fingers. It looks really good, really neatly done. They doing really good on skin. I don't know if they look too dark, but regardless, the skin is amazing. This one, you got a pair of lightsaber grabbing hands, because we have two lightsabers, so we have a pair of it. And then the next two is force using, I guess, grabbing, reaching hands. They're very neatly done. I love this. They're amazing. So at least we got matching pairs that we did not have on many figures. Not lately, they're not coming with that, but this one did. And the last accessory / clothes is his Jedi robes, which this is the different ones from all the other Jedi. He has this in there on the front, which I don't know if any other Jedi had it. There's a wire in there, as you can see, to pose this. So you can pose a little bit if you want a dynamic. It's two wires on each end. So you can move that or have it straight down on both of them. And then the hood, the cape itself, if we want to, the part of the cape has a wire in there. Let's see. I don't know if there's no wire. Yeah, there's a little bit of wire right here on this end, and there's a little bit of wire on this end. I don't think it goes all the way through. It stops right in the middle. So this will be the middle part. There's no wire at the middle part, right there. What? I guess it does go all the way. Okay, well, scratch that. There's a wire going all the way around. And then it's done in a dark, almost black. It's supposed to be kind of brownish. I don't know if it comes through. It looks a lot like Palpatine's, but it's kind of brownish, black, brown, I don't know. And then you have on the front wires for the hood itself, which is awesome because you can post that instead of just falling off. You got the stitching right there. Very nice. You don't have to take the head or anything off the figure because it goes around, and then you got the wire on the top, so it goes around the figure. So you don't have to actually take it off his hand, take off his head to attach the hood. You will just go wrap it around it, and it will sit on the figure. We'll do that later. We'll show you what it looks like with that robes on, but yeah. But it'll be like that, and then you just close it around, and then just post it whichever way you want it. That's why you got so many wires, so that way you won't look such crazy. But that's for the robes, the Jedi robes. You can see there's this kind of brownish looking. Depends how you're looking at it. Sometimes it's black, sometimes it's brown. I love it. I love the fabric. I love it too. And on the figure itself, going back to Anakin, let's fix his eyes a little bit like we said in a minute, but you can see his braids, his hair, the skin, very young Ian McGregor. Trying to get a right angle for you guys, and so you can see the seam there, but you can't really find it unless you're really looking for it. And then you have the brown Jedi robes right here with wires, so you can pose that, look more natural instead of just being like a tube. The tunic goes all the way. They got the cream looking robes inside, or shirt, and then you have pleather part of the robes right here. It has a little weight into it. It feels like it's going here, and then it hits there, and it has a little weight to it. It gets more dynamic, more realistic, and it goes all the way around. On the Mace window was attached with Velcro in there. This one is loose. There's no Velcro to it, and there's the under tunic. You can fix that. And I think the belt is what's holding it. Looking at the belt, we have the plastic molded, mimicking leather pouches here. Some canisters on this side. Canisters on this side. The little silver belt over here for the, supposed to be, where attached to it, where you click. The lightsaber holding. And then on the back side, on this side, you get another pouch, and then it velcros in like all the rest of them together, so it won't mess it up. And then you got the tunic going this way. You got two. You got one going this way here, two separated splits, and then you have the under tunic, which this one has the wiring. This one does have the wiring, so you can post it around. Not all of them do. This don't have wires. These two, but this one does. Then you got the brown pants, the boots right here, more leather, all the way down. It's all the way down. It's just one piece. So for your articulation, you're gonna have a little bit of problem because it's just one piece. They could have hide it with the little cut here with the belt, but they went just one piece. So for dynamic pose, it's gonna be kind of complicated because there's tilting, but it won't tilt much. So there's not enough pivot there. And then again, boots all the way around. Very pleather. It gives you a nice range for the legs to go all the way around. There's no restriction on the clothes or anything. Same with the arms. You got the 90 degrees there, and you can bring them all the way out. So very nice articulation. And then of course you have the neck is one piece, so you're gonna be able to move them around and not see the seam. And then this braid here, it is plastic, it's soft. Be careful. I'm assuming this is gonna be a problem if you keep moving it too much. It might get unglued from the back. I don't know. We're gonna have to be careful when you do it, when you move it too much. But yeah, that's for the figure. That's Anakin Skywalker. We're gonna do a couple of poses. I'm gonna try the lightsaber first, and to see how bright they are. And I'm gonna look which one is green, which one is blue, and we'll come back with that. I need another cable to plug it in, so that's the problem. And imagine if you have the Obi-Wan, you have the Mace Windu, and you have Darth Vader, and everybody. So you don't get it included the cables. I mean, the power box, I get it, but they could include at least the USB cable, the Type-C cable. But this is what we get. So let's try to light them up and see what happens. Okay, guys, and sorry for the mess that I have in here. I'm trying to move stuff out of the way so it won't be so cluttered when you're looking at it. But I did look into the lightsabers, and yes, this is the green one that he gets from Obi-Wan. I think it was the one Obi-Wan drops, or then this is, I can't, I need to watch the movie again. I can't remember which one is they drop, but I have it plugged into the Type-C USB. So we're going to light it up and see what it looks like. So we flip it on, and there he goes. Kind of the same thing that happens when the Mace Windu one. They paint this one very dark blue. So you can see that the light starts here, and then it dissipates. And you can barely see it, but then you see it at the front of it. Right there. Right there. And then this one, since it's green, it looks a little bit more brighter than that one. But yeah, and let's see with the lights off. That's without the studio light. Still, you can see that this one is not shining all the way through. And then let's turn the ceiling fan light off. The green one is the one that shines the best. The blue one, I think they did the paint way too dark to show it through. I get it that they wanted to go for a darker blue, but still shows very, very, very poorly. And then if we do the dynamic pose, so you can see there, the dynamic pose is not going to show as well either. There he goes. It's like it lights up a lot here, a little bit here there, but it's not very bright at all. I mean, it's a neat concept. They need to go easy on the. They need to go easy on the paint for this, because I think what they're trying to do is that they're trying to get the colors right when they're not on. And there it shows you right there is green, so you can't miss the blade. You have to have the green here and the blue there, because you can see the light is green already. It's not a blue light or a white light. So, and then you get the same problem with this one. So yeah, for me that I did not know which lightsaber goes and where, the light is already the color of the lightsaber. But yeah, they want to show you like when you have the lightsaber without the lights on, it still shows a very neat color. But if you do that, then you're going to have to change it in some way, either give you two blades or something, because it's not going to light up too much. But it's neat that you have the option. I mean, I'm not complaining about having the option to have either or. So I usually display mine without the lights on, because I don't have that many USB cables, Type-C cables laying around, and I don't have a big socket with all of them. So I'm just displaying for the reviews, and we'll look at it, and that's it. So I'm not gonna have those on anyway. But yeah, you can see that it's very heavy paint. So I'm gonna get him a pose. I'm gonna have both lightsabers in his hands so we can see what kind of pose we can have, and then we'll do a couple of poses and we'll talk about the figure, and I'll let you know what I think about it, and then you guys can let me know later on. Okay guys, and here's our first pose. I was trying to get a dynamic fighting stance. Maybe if we go a little lower, might look a little bit better. When he's trying to fight Dooku, he's looking down. He's got the two lightsabers. I moved his tilt his head a little bit. I got his eyes moved slightly to the left. He's looking at the left side right there of the camera. Tilt it down, looking that way. I mean, it looks good with the cables. The cables are kind of hidden. Depends which way you're looking at it. You can always work on it. You can get this higher if you want to. It's usually, I think in the movie he was pointing down a little bit. I'm not sure, but I did use his robe because we're hiding his cables, the power cables a little bit more. If you have the robe on, you don't supposed to have the robe on this stance, but I wanted to see what it would look like first. And so far, so good. I'm not sure which way I'm going to display him yet. This is one of the options that we have. I'm going to take the robe off, and I'm going to show you what it looks like without it, and which the figure itself looks way better without it. On that stance, you can always bring this out some if you want to, bring it down. He was bending the arm a little bit right there. Bring it up if you want to, kind of like that. It looks awesome. The problem with that is you have two cables, one for each lightsaber, and then the USB one. So you're gonna have to mess with all the lightsaber cables and stuff to make sure that it doesn't show when you're doing your pose. Again, I don't display mine with the cables already attached, but if you ever do, just mind you that you can pose the cables. They have a little wire there. You can have them moved around. Adjust his legs to to a different pose. But it looks really, I love this figure. I absolutely love this figure. Another pose you can go with it if you want to, kind of like normal standing, looking a little bit of to the side, kind of like Obi-Wan would say, nothing too fancy. Just sitting there talking to Padme maybe. You got the robe on. I don't know much what to do with the robes when you have the lightsabers and stuff, because it's supposed to be fighting and not have the robes. So you could have, maybe if you want him just standing there like that, you can see his frustration in his face. The eyeball rolling, and I tilt the head a little bit too. So it helps a lot to give a different idea what Anakin, maybe what is going through his head at the moment. So it helps a lot. It went from like frustration or looking surprised when we unbox him to kind of like, okay, what are we doing? Let me bring it up a little bit. Like I always say, we're gonna look at the figures from a little higher when we're looking at them. Depends where you have them on your display, but that's mainly what it's gonna look like. And then I'm gonna try to find one that I'm gonna be comfortable leaving with. Tilt the head a little bit to this side. We can bring it up a little bit for the camera if you want to, like that. But it looks way better in person. The way it looks like that. Hopefully it comes through the camera. Also, let me tell you, when you want to attach the arm, which I'm not going to because it doesn't have any articulation or anything. I don't know. I'm going to try, but maybe. But this type of connector is very pain in the butt to take out. I'm gonna see what I can do, but when you have the arm, this will hide all the joints and stuff, so you have to move this over and then over like that, and then try to take that off of that joint there, which I don't like it, because then you have to grab it from the clothes, grab it from here, try to pull, and I don't have a good grip on it, and I never like those, so I might not even change it. I'm not sure. If I can do it in the next few minutes and try to fix it, but if not, I'm not going to touch that hand to it. And also, I forgot to show you, when I promised you, the instructions manual, it comes with a poster of Anakin. It's actually the movie, Palpatine on the back, and then he's fighting Dooku there, Obi-Wan fighting Dooku. And that's what comes with the instructions. Not like the one with Padme. With Padme was more like the Clone Wars poster. And then he tells you how to do the arm, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna attempt to do it because I have such a heart. I'm just trying to attach the darn thing, and it does not move. The little attachment there, like we were talking about it, I was asking you guys, the little metal piece does not move, so don't move or you'll break it. Alright guys, and this is one of the last poses I'm gonna do. This is probably how I'm going to display my Anakin. Probably like this. With determination, you can see what I was telling you about the eyes. The head moved to his left, and then with the eyes looking that way, like I'm gonna do something about it. You know, he's still not fully dark side, but he's still got that Anakin in him, and you know, future Vader. And in this pose, you can highlight the lightsabers, you can highlight the clothes. If you have the robes on, you know, kind of hides most of the detail on the figure, what makes him great. Other than having the robes and having the other arm, I mean, there's no many accessories. There's no accessories. You got light up lightsabers, unlit lightsabers, you know, the little base little thingies that you can put on for the Geonosis Arena or the Geonosis Droid Factory. You can put those in there. Other than that, there's not much else. But regardless of accessories or not, this figure is amazing. The detailing on his face, the detailing on his clothes, the tailoring. Yes, we have pleather. We're gonna have to see how much it's gonna last the test. You know, how much is gonna stand the test of time, how much time is gonna last before it starts flaking. There's products you can put on the pleather itself. I don't have that issue around here. If I put my figures back in their boxes, I do have the little packets for the little packets that absorbs the moisture in the air too. That helps a lot if you keep those moisture packs in the box that they come with. So, but yeah, that's my Anakin review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We did the Obi-Wan Clone Wars before this one, so make sure you check that one out if you haven't done it yet. And I'm waiting on the third-party Justice League animated series Superman, and we're gonna be doing that. There's not much to that figure itself in terms of accessories, just a couple of hands, a few things. So it's gonna be kind of fast, but nevertheless, we're gonna be reviewing it. But if you like this one too, let me know in the comments if you like the review. If you didn't like it, let me know if you have this figure, if you're planning on getting it, if you don't, what you thought about it. I think it's a very interesting, nice figure. I love it. I love it so much. We finally have the Padawan. All we need now is mullet Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we'll have almost episode 2, because we got R2, we got 3PO, you know, we have Padme, and of course we got Mace Windu now, so we can do like episode 2. Since it's the 20th anniversary when they released this figures, when they advertised this figure's 20th anniversary. Now it went a little further. Everything has been delayed, so that's the reason why I haven't put out many videos also of reviews. But yeah, just let me know, guys, what you think. Make sure you subscribe, comment, follow the channel, and you know, let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys on the next review.